When we finished Return of the Jedi, we knew that this was the last film.
I was very sad to finish filming because it was the end of my adventure at that point.
It's rough emotionally to really bond with these people and then break up and not know when you're going to see them again.
It was a major part of my life. I feel very fortunate to have been a part of that.
I didn't expect any of it to happen, so I think I lived the whole thing like it was going to end.
We thought it would just kind of blow over, but it hasn't.
There were times I wanted to get away from it, and no matter which country I went to, however much I tried to avoid it, there would be an image of 3PO.
I began to hear people saying, you know, may the Force be with you.
If you will pardon my stealing a film line, the Force is with us.
Give me a break.
I was glad that it was wrapping up, because I couldn't devote much more of my masculinity or my dignity to Star Wars and hope to ever get laid.
Star Wars was everywhere. It's become part of our society, our social history.
Star Wars is almost an infinite possible universe to be explored by writers and artists.
The fan films I've seen of Star Wars are incredible.
I like Spaceballs as kind of a parody of Star Wars.
A power known throughout the universe as the Force? No, the Schwartz.
The hardest thing about doing Spaceballs was not laughing when they said action.
Will you turn that thing off?
What?
What is it?
What did you like better, Jedi or The Empire Strikes Back?
Empire.
Blasphemy.
My whole career may be built on, you know, talking about the Death Star, because we did it in the first movie we did called Clerks.
Excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt, but what are you talking about?
The ending of Return of the Jedi.
My friend here is trying to convince me that any independent contractors who were working on the uncompleted Death Star were innocent victims when they was destroyed by the rebels.
First thing people would talk about after the movie was done was that scene, because A, the scene's funny, and B, it just meant something to people.
People say, well, what about fans? Are they? The question's always, are they geeky?
I never anticipated having to remember what model of spacecraft I flew to Dagobah.
People say to me, with the Blastech 3.335 rifle, did you have that in Return of the Jedi, or did you have it in The Empire Strikes Back? I said, well, I'm terribly sorry, that's classified information.
And this little boy is about 4 years old. He said to me, are you in Star Wars? And I said, yeah. He says, I'm George, and there's my little brother. He's called Lucas.
There was a person whose legal name was Luke Skywalker. Now, that's worrisome.
Sometimes I just don't understand human behavior.
I did not want to go for the typical goober Star Wars wedding.
Nikki and I were dressed up as Jedis. Our guests were dressed up in assorted Star Wars characters. And Yoda was our ring bearer.
This thing has a power that somehow is beyond what it is. In this world that we live in, you know, we want to have something else to look to, some sort of hope. And I think Star Wars gives people that.
Star Wars has more than lived through generations, through time.
We went back to the trilogy and remastered the films, and they can be heard better than they were ever played back in their original release.
I'm real excited about getting it on DVD just because of the quality of it.
Also, I look forward to the day when we can have the whole story available as one chronicle and another set of DVDs.
The films that follow the original 3 films are very different.
Phantom Menace, the Attack of the Clones.
I will be completing now in just a few months the 6th episode. And as far as I know, that will be the end of the series, but I wouldn't bet on it. Star Wars ruled the world for a while,
and it really ruled it.
It still rules the world.
Part of it never will die.
It was a phenomenon.
It's amazing how long this thing has been going on.
Can you imagine how I'd feel without him?
Now that I'm a Pez and a Lego, I don't really want for any more.
It's just this is this gigantic thing. And it won't go away!
Okay. May the force be with you.
Impressive. Now release your anger. You must have sensed that your prisoner is in danger.
Oh, why'd you slice off my hand?
It's imperative that you understand. Obi-Wan would never bother telling you about your father.
He told me enough. He told me you killed him.
Then there's something I must reveal. Then I'm your father. 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 I'm your father.